Boo! Did I scare you? Hope I did. I'm not wearing any makeup today. Jump scare, I guess. I'm joking. I'm not gonna be one of those people who apologises for my normal face. Today's a little bit of a different video, as you can tell from my rambling. I don't have a script, and I'm gonna put my makeup on whilst I talk about kind of whatever comes to mind. Hopefully it will be entertaining. If it's not, no one will see this video. Or I'll post it anyway, I really don't know. Let's get started, I guess. I need my makeup case if I'm gonna put my makeup on. This is by no means a tutorial. Not to say that it can't be, just in the sense of I don't feel like I'm very good at giving instructions. But if anyone's interested in any of the stuff that I use, what I do, comment down below and I'll try and help out as best as I can, but I'm not. I'm not a professional, shockingly, I know. I like to do makeup, I've done it for years, and I like to do experimental makeup. I have no plan of what I'm gonna do, so we'll just take it as it comes. It's like a surprise for both of us, you know what I mean? Anyway, onward. This bitch is heavy. Done. Alright. By the way, this video is kind of late because, well, not really, kind of, I don't know. I've been sick for the past week and I've still got a cough from it. I think it's a virus that is going around. It's like a flu, but not. And it made my legs constantly tired and asleep. It was very weird. So I've not been to the gym for a while. I'm gonna try and slowly start to get back into it, very lightly. But yeah, so that's, I've been kind of MIA, in general recently, with other people too, because I've just been bedbound like a Victorian child. I felt like a Victorian child who had to get taken to sea, you know, in the olden days, where air was constantly polluted, as if it's not now. So people would take them to sea to get better, to get stronger. Anyway, let's get into it. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, and hopefully I won't cover up my face too much whilst I do my makeup, but no promises, since this is the first time I'm filming myself doing it. So I have my makeup case here on my bed. I'm just hoping it doesn't fall over and go everywhere. Right. Here. You can kind of see it here. Ow, my hand. Oh, also, update. I have a few new tattoos. I got some little eyes. I got some finger tattoos. What else did I get? Oh, I got a rocket tattoo. It's a Tintin rocket. I got it on behalf of my granddad, because I love my granddad, and we call him Rocket Rom, which is really cute because his name's Rom. Love you, granddad. And I got the Tintin rocket because my brother and my dad grew up watching Tintin, and so I did kind of by proxy. So yeah, it's a cool little design. Anyway, I've been rambling for long enough. I should probably start putting my makeup on. I usually put primer on first, as much as I said that this isn't a tutorial, but I'm just explaining. I usually put primer on first, but considering I'm doing this just for a video, and I have no intention to go out, it feels kind of pointless to put primer on that's going to stay throughout the day when I'm just going to end this video and probably wipe it off, so we're not putting primer on. So I will start with, I guess, some foundation that's probably not my correct shade. I try to shade match as best as I can. I'm not very good at it. What have I done recently? I'm realising I live kind of a boring life. I recently went to visit my brother in London. I took a mega bus down to London on my own, and that was eventful. I've taken mega buses. Beatrice is so orange, this colour, anyway. Do you remember when I said I wasn't a professional makeup artist? We're really seeing that in play now. Anyway. Also, yeah, this is a Jeffree Star fucking, mirror. I got given it for Christmas years ago. I don't condone anything he does. I was never really a fan of him. I just got it for a Christmas present and it's the only mirror I own. So I'm not fucking getting rid of it, but yeah, I don't really feel any type of way about him. I just have the fucking mirror. I'm leaning on I don't like him, considering all the stuff that came out about him about being pretty racist, so not the coolest dude, but there we go. I just wanted to say that because I know someone will probably point it out, which is fair enough. It's absolutely fair to point it out. I just have it because I'm lazy and I don't want to get another mirror when this one's perfectly fine, so yeah. I went to see my brother in London. We went to see a Rev Pro wrestling show. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. smacking of my face as I do this. Ow. Yeah, it was a really good show. Really good quality graps. I got a t-shirt. I didn't get it there because they kind of had like a limited supply, and by the time we got there at the show, it was close to starting and I had to get a drink in. I had to get an overpriced London drink in. I got, well, my go-to order is usually like a Red Bull vodka because I'm chaotic, but they didn't have Red Bull, so they just used like the tap, like the fucking energy drink that they had on tap, which, iconic. I wish I had fucking energy drink on tap like in my room. It would be great. Okay, next is concealer. Yeah, I'm an MUA. When I was younger, I never knew like what that stood for, and obviously it's makeup artist. I don't even want to tell you guys how long it took for me to like figure out that that stood for makeup artist. Don't. Anyway. Also, how professional does it look that I have my microphone on my shirt because I need my hands free? It only took me a few videos to realise that that's what the fucking clip is for. But I kind of like holding a mic. I feel weird when I don't have anything to do with my hands, and I feel like I just sit here talking with my arms down, and I feel like that would make me look a lot like a robot. It makes me self-conscious, so I don't do that. Going to London was really fun. My brother's living there right now, like I mentioned previously, because he's studying there. And he's living like pretty like in the centre, and it's really cool to like just walk around. Like we were walking around near where he lives and the Gherkin was just like right there, and I was like, oh my god. It's the first time I've been to London in a long time. I used to go a lot when I was younger because we had family, but slowly kind of everyone has kind of moved out. We still have some family in London, but it's very hard to like arrange to do stuff and things like that, but because it's my brother and me and my brother are like fairly close, it was a really nice excuse to like go and see him, go and catch up, and see where he's living, you know? This is so orange. This concealer and foundation is two very different colours. Anyway, yeah. I bet you guys are very, very relieved that it's not a fucking tutorial. How to look like a carrot. How to cosplay as a carrot. Also, yeah, I have dead skin on my face, just like, don't. This is not a tutorial in any fucking way, shape or form. Anyway, that's blended in as best as I can be bothered with. I hate doing base makeup. It's the most boring part because you can't really do anything surprising or fun with it unless you like, I don't know, like made your face pink. Which like, I would do that, but I feel like I'd probably get arrested. Now it's, well, I was gonna say powder time, but I kind of want to do a bit of blush. I got this new jelly blush, which is like a orangey blush. Yeah, London was super fun. Joe like showed me around. I met like a couple of his like friends and people he was living with, and we went to a bookshop and I got some manga. You can probably see out of like the new manga that I got. They had some like really good like selections of like actual books and stuff. But ew, there's something on my lip. I don't even know what that was. This is the most like disgusting makeup tutorial ever. Fucking hell. Anyways, I'm gonna put some on my lips. It's like a lip and cheek stain. So. But we went to, I think it's called Foyles, like a really big and famous like bookshop, and they had like a selection of so many books. Like they had fiction, non-fiction, like most bookshops do, but they also had like books in like different languages. They had books in like French, Russian, Korean, Japanese, and as much as I'm learning Korean very basically, like it's in no way, shape or form impressive. And I'm like trying to slowly teach myself how to read Hangul, very hard by the way. It's also not helped by the fact that I am like also just thick. I'm joking, I shouldn't talk about myself that way. I just like, I don't have a mind for retaining knowledge very easily. I'm a creative girly, so that's just how my mind works apparently. But it's a nice hobby to like get into and to kind of keep me busy because I have like a lot of free time. If people couldn't tell, it's pretty apparent. So it's like a nice thing to like kind of keep me, like give my day a bit of structure. It's the reason why I like going to the gym. It's the reason why I like doing like these videos, doing some painting. It's a nice way to kind of give myself structure. A lot of the reason why I have free time is because I'm like currently, I'm not going to go too much into detail because it is actually quite personal, but like I'm currently receiving therapy. Like I'm taking this time to like basically do that and focus on that and get well enough that I can kind of like move on. But yeah, so I'm not going to go too much into detail on that too much. I might in the future. It's just a very personal thing, as I'm sure people are like kind of aware of. So I like to be very careful with kind of what I do with that information, considering how ignorant people can be about it, and it does hurt my feelings, so I'm not doing that, you know. It's probably not the best idea, particularly for like my own mental well-being, so I'm just not gonna do that. And now we're powdering my face because I have an oily, I somehow, and I think a lot of people have this, but I somehow have both a really oily face and a fucking dry face. So like I have an oily nose and forehead, and then just like patches of just dry skin. Really hot, I know, but it's just, it makes life slightly annoying. It's not hard, like it's not hardship I have to face. It's a very like privileged first world problem, I'm very aware. You know, it's just inconvenient and annoying, so, but there we go. And I said this is my truth and my battle to bear. Now I'm looking at my face and I actually don't know what I want to do with it. I am going to look through my products and kind of just guess and see what I feel like doing. So this will be an adventure for all of us. I'm going to do my eyes first, I think. No, I lied. I'm going to do the boring part first, which is contour. Ugh. I hate doing base makeup, it's just so boring. Like, cause there's really not that much that you can do with it to like make it entertaining or different. So it's just the same thing over and over again, and it's just not. It's just not. So I'm very boring and basic and slapdash with my base makeup because I just want it out of the way so I can get into the fun stuff, which is like eye makeup, you can switch up, and like lipstick and stuff like that. That contour. Don't worry, we're gonna blend. Don't worry, trust the process. Or not. It might end up looking bad regardless, so like, you know, fair. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. I know I'm saying that as if I like know you guys personally, but like, you know, whoever you are, I hope that you're doing okay. You know, life can be a bitch. And I hope everyone has the support that they need. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm a fucking therapist. Anyway, whatever. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my London trip. It was very good. It was very nice to see my brother. We were running when I had to go back on the megabus home, running to it. Because we almost missed it. We almost missed the megabus back. That was a fun time. Also, like, for those of you who don't know, which is like most people, my brother, I'm 4'11", so I'm ridiculously short, like short to the point where it's like humorous. And my brother is like 6 foot, which is insane. So like when we walk together, it just looks fucking, like it looks ridiculous. So when we're running and like in a rush for something, my brother can stride and like keep a pretty good pace. Meanwhile, I'm doing like every step for him is like a 100-meter dash for me. So I'm like bombing in my mouth. I have to swallow it down, red in the face, sweating, just trying. And I had like my bags with me, like that was like heavy with stuff, and the books I bought. It was hard, and I made it with like literally a second to spare. Like they were closing the gates, and I was like, I need to be on that megabus. And I think they just felt pity for me, so they were like, okay then. It was a great time. It was really fun. I really recommend it. But I got on the bus, so that was the main thing. But that's how I caught the sickness, I think. Unless I got it from someone in London, but I'm pretty sure I got it on the megabus back home because the guy behind me was just like coughing non-stop. Like typhoid Mary, which isn't his fault. Like, you know, if you're sick and you have to like travel, you just kind of like it sucks. But he was coughing like the entire journey, and I just sat there with this like spit hitting the back of my head, and I was like, fun, I'm gonna be so sick. And I was, so that was really fun and sexy and fresh. I really enjoyed that. Thank you, guy. Thank you, stranger. Thank you for that gift. I think I'm leaning towards doing like a purple eyeshadow look because my hair's purple. Let's do that and hope that it doesn't look like dog shit. It's very hard to come up with topics to talk about. I'm like really not gonna lie to you guys. I can't think of like the single thing to talk about. It's really weird. No, my life isn't like that exciting, to be honest. No, the London trip was really nice. Like, I think my brother showed me to, I don't know why I said I think, I was there. My brother showed me where he usually eats. Like, he eats at like this looks so patchy. I know what it is about filming is I'm doing makeup, but like it's just so hard to like do it normally, because this isn't a normal setting of me doing my makeup, so everything just looks bad. Me and my brother like ate at like some amazing restaurants. Like there's so many good restaurants in London, and the thing that makes me laugh is that all the good restaurants in London are not like English cuisine, as in like they're not like white British cuisine. Like all the good food comes from people who have like immigrated to England, and like there's a lot of people like that in London because it's so like multicultural, and it's one of the things that makes London so fun and interesting to me. I love it. And yeah, I love food, so I love like eating. Like we went to a Korean barbecue place. Genuinely the nicest Korean barbecue I've ever had in my life. And I've had like a lot of Korean barbecue in my life because it's fucking delicious. It was really, really good. Like really good. It was so tender, the meat. And we had some soju, and we like had to neck it because we didn't book, so we didn't book the table. So they managed to squeeze us in on like a 2-seater, like me and my brother. And so they were like, oh, you can eat here, but like you've only got an hour, because obviously they wanted to like make sure that like more people could get in because they need to pull a profit and they need to like get money. So we were like, oh cool, whatever, that's fine, we only need an hour, it's just 2 of us, we'll inhale it. And we did. But we didn't factor in that we had soju, and soju is like fairly strong. So they gave us shot glasses to drink the soju out of, like you're supposed to. And like literally every like other mouthful, we were just like shotting back this like really strong soju. And it was great. I'm not gonna pretend like I hated it. I fucking loved it. It was amazing. And then I think the next night we went to a Indian restaurant. Again, the best Indian food like I've ever fucking had in my life. Really good, really nice. We got like these kind of like, I'm gonna sound so ignorant because I am, because I don't know anything about anything. But we got this like milkshake type like drink, because obviously like it's Indian food, so like it was quite spicy. I think we got like, I can't remember what we ended up getting in the end. I think we got like lamb or something like that. Yeah, we got like this kind of milkshake type drink. I think I got banana flavour and my brother got like mango, but we like tried some of each, like we shared, and it was really nice. And obviously it makes a lot of sense. I've literally never tried it before. It complements it really well, because obviously like the spice is really heavy, very intense, particularly if you're like a a white person like me, whose food is famously bland a lot of the time. I have a lot of spicy food, but like yeah, like my family, when we make food, it's like unseasoned, like a lot of white people. I love it, but you know, it's not spicy, it's not exciting in that sense. But it complements it really well, and like obviously like the milkiness of like that kind of like drink offsets the spiciness, so it helps a lot. So yeah, it was just really interesting. Like I don't know why I've never thought about like what kind of drink complements that typically, but it made sense. Anyway, it was just interesting. I found things like that interesting. I think food is a really easy way to like dip your toe into a culture, like at a very surface level. And I think it's the reason why when a lot of people are like picky eaters, not for like, obviously allergies and stuff is like very different, like you can't help that. But if it's out of like you know, you're traveling across the world and you want to just eat McDonald's when you've got like so many gorgeous like food at your like your doorstep when you're like staying somewhere, it's a turn off for me. I just think it's kind of, it comes across as ignorant. It comes across as like really privileged if you're like already there and like you've got all this stuff and you don't want to try it. Like even like to try it and not like it is one thing, but to never try it just seems, I don't know, it just pisses me off. It pisses me off. I don't like it. I think it's ignorant. Yeah. By the way, when I do my makeup, I clean my brushes by just wiping it on the inside of it, because this is velvet, so I just wipe it and then it's clean. I do wash them like properly with soap and stuff, but like as I'm using it, if I want to use the same brush, that's what I do. That's so vile. It was really nice. I think it was really nice to see my brother, have him kind of show me where he stays, what he does, things like that. It was a very nice time, and it kind of gave me a little bit more confidence, again without going into too much detail. Yeah, it kind of gave me a little bit like a boost of confidence to kind of, you know, like travel on my own. It gave me a bit of independence, because since graduating uni and coming back home, I live kind of like a pretty insular life. Not out of, it just kind of happened. And like I live like in quite a secluded like area. I'm not gonna dox myself, but yeah. So it can sometimes get to the point where like I start to kind of lose a bit of confidence in just doing regular everyday things sometimes, especially like as someone who suffers with anxiety and like other mental illnesses and mental health issues. But yeah, I think that trip was like very, very much needed for me, and it helped, so it was very, very nice, and I'm very grateful I got the chance to do it, because I was kind of nervous for it, but I think it was like more excited nerves. It wasn't like actual anxiety, because I know I can do it. I used to do it when I was even younger and like meet my family who used to live there, so I know I'm very capable. But so it just takes that little voice in the back of your head to just like start second guessing yourself and doubting yourself, and mine seems to be very loud sometimes. Thankfully not loud enough to stop me from doing things like that entirely, so good stuff. Oh yeah, I didn't say, when we went into when me and my brother went into the Korean restaurant in London that we went to, I will never shut up about that. It was such a nice meal. It was so nice. It was so nice to see somewhere so busy. Again, I live somewhere so like desolate, so like just seeing life and young people, and like it was just a breath of fresh air. I just like really needed it, and I really enjoy it. We went into the restaurant and my brother had never like been in before. He's like walked, because it was like 5 minutes from where he lived really. Like we didn't even need to take the underground, we just walked there. He usually walks past it like on his way to like lectures or the gym or whatever, and he knows I like Korean food and like that kind of thing, so he was like, oh, you know, well, I'll try it out with Stella. But he'd never been in before, so when we both walked in, there was literally, I'm not kidding, like an entire wall opposite us when we walked in, and it was just plastered with these pretty big posters. I mean, about like this size of the paintings like behind me, posters of like BTS's face. BTS, like the K-pop boy band, all of the members' faces, and I think it was like we sat down and we were like just BTS's V was like there in front of us. Love it. And I think it was like an advert for like a soju company or like a gin company or a beer company. It was like a Korean like alcohol or something of some kind, and I was just like, oh, this is great. This is so insane and ridiculous, and I love it. I had, and I've mentioned this before, but I had like a big BTS phase. I know why I'm talking in past tense, I'm like still kind of in it though. We can get into that as a subject. I literally like rediscovered it a bit ago, because again I'm like learning Korean. I've been like rediscovering old K-pop songs like Tiara, Blackpink, BTS. I mean they're not that old, but Tiara's like fairly old. That's like not first generation. Is it? I don't know. I'm not very good with the generations of K-pop. This is so stupid to talk about. But yeah, I've been like rediscovering that as like a means to like listen to the language. I've been rewatching like really cheesy K-dramas and also Korean revenge movies. Love Korean revenge movies. Oldboy, one of my favourite movies. Parasite is really good too. And like obviously that's like a really famous Korean movie like in recent years. But I say all that to say that like I've been using it as a means to like listen to the Korean language and kind of get used to like hearing it and the pronunciation, so it can kind of help me. And I also just like I grew up with that kind of media, because I was listening to that a lot like at the age of like 14 in my teenage years. It's so cringy. It's camp though. K-pop is camp. Convince me otherwise. It is very, very camp, and it's very, very wrestling adjacent to me. Don't fucking try me. We can have an entire conversation about it. I will talk about this. But to me, the two feel very similar. Like, it's very camp media. Love it. I love it so much, and I mean that in a loving way. So I'm gonna be quiet whilst I do my eyeliner, so because I can't talk whilst I do this, so bear with. One eye done. I'm going for a very light wing because I'm gonna like, you'll see, but I'm gonna like draw on bottom eyelashes, kind of. I think that's what I'm leaning towards doing. Are they even? Probably not fully, but that's because I'm a human and I'm not a robot, so I can't do like fully even eyeliner. I'm debating, do I do my bottom lashes in brown? No, I'm gonna do them in black, but I'm gonna use a different eyeliner because this brush is kind of hard to get like precision with for me. So I think I have a black pen somewhere. somewhere. I'm gonna keep talking about my trip with my brother because it was a really nice trip. Hi Joe, shout out. But when we were like chilling in his flat, like between like going on walks. I mean, we were walking around London, like sightseeing and stuff like that, spending time together. We went to Brick Lane. That was so fun. There's a place, like a market, a clothing market, like underground, where it's like just hundreds of thousands of independent clothing shops of people just making clothes by hand. I just, things like that are so exciting to me. I love things like that. I was walking around, we're going back to like visit my brother, like my entire family, like my mum and my dad and me. And I'm hoping to go back there because my parents haven't gone on Brick Lane and my mum would love that. Like she's very into fashion and stuff. That's the reason why like I kind of am. We love things like that. And because I was so overwhelmed, I didn't buy anything and I kind of regret it because there's some lovely pieces there. So going back with my mum, we're gonna like try stuff on and like I'm hoping to buy something because they had some really cool stuff. Yeah, it was amazing. If you're ever in London, go to Brick Lane. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember, but it was really good. So anyway, all of this is so unhelpful, my makeup and like my retelling of this, because I just don't remember anything I did. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna do my eyeliner again, so we're gonna have silence for a bit, bear with. I can just kind of draw a line. It's in no way, shape or form even. Maybe it is, I don't know. And then I'm gonna basically draw on fake eyelashes. So, watch and learn, kind of. Okay, cool. Now next eye. Okay, does it look even? Not really, but that's okay. You know, I've never claimed to be able to do my makeup even, and I don't appreciate the accusation.